Coming up next, Forecaster John Bordash goes over the latest forecast, timing of the winter storm, and impacts you can expect in southern Maryland and across the mid-Atlantic. Stay tuned. This live forecast begins shortly. Coming up next, Forecaster John Bordash goes over the latest forecast, timing of the winter storm, and impacts you can expect in southern Maryland and across the mid-Atlantic. Stay tuned. This live forecast begins shortly.
Brought to you by our sponsors: William Richmond Inc., Farmers Home and Auto Insurance, the Bob Koski Agency, R.E. Graves Heating and Air Conditioning, Berkshire Hathaway Home Services, McNeil's Group Properties, the Charleston Senior Community, and Chesapeake's Bounty. Now, here's a weather alert update from JB Weather.
All right, and good morning, everyone. I am Forecaster John Bordash with you this morning in the Storm Lab. We are sitting at 3:30 this morning for the latest updates. We are in red mode. We are in weather alert mode. I'm wearing the red shirt for that reason. We have switched everything over to red because today is a weather alert day as this winter storm moves into the region. I believe I've been able to fix the ticker. I had to take the number of towns from 63 down to about 33. I try to get as much diversity as I could in that, but we will hope that that works. I will switch this on over now. We'll talk about everything, where we stand. Actually, what I want to do first, make sure that's loaded. I want to come currently to radar. Here we go. I need to move this over here. And if you can let me know what you are seeing, that would be great. I see Jeff is reporting snow already in Newburgh, which is fantastic. A little bit ahead of schedule, but that's great. As we zoom things in here locally, here's the way radar is looking this morning at 3:34. Radar is trying to pick up on a little bit of snow, and what I want to do is take off the national radar and use our sensitive radar here that covers our region. As we take a look at how and this is slowly loading, this is picking up on some snow across the region. Most of this likely is not falling, which was pretty much forecasted. What I'm showing you right now as well are the current temperatures. Everyone's below freezing. Now what I'm going to show you are the dew points. These numbers are different. So let's take a look at, let's just say, southern parts of St. Mary's County where it's 37. The temperature, the dew point is 25. That little bit of a misalignment does lead to a dry atmosphere. What we see here on radar is likely not hitting the ground for much of us because the air is just so dry this morning. This will begin to fall between about 4 and 7. That was the forecast I put out yesterday, and that's still what I'm going to stick with for you. As we head forward, I see no reason to change that right now. We will likely see breaks in the snow today, so it probably won't be showing straight from 7 to 7, but we will likely be talking about the general idea, at least, of snow across much of the region this morning. The current look at how winds are coming. They are currently coming from the north, which is what's really allowing to bring in some of that cold air into our region. Again, radar's picking up on snow for much of us. I don't think that's falling. I do see a couple of reports from some of you saying that there is a little bit of snow showers on the eastern shore of Virginia. And Jessica, not insomnia. I went to bed after my live stream last night and got up this morning. So I made sure to get a little bit of sleep. As we zoom things out, though, we will come back to the national radar to take a look at the storms as a whole. And as we do so, this storm is big. And if I can turn on our pressures, there we go. Our storm currently sits here in Illinois. This looks like kind of a middle road from what we were talking yesterday. This isn't necessarily a northern or a southerly track. This is kind of cutting the difference for us, which will lead to a decent amount of snow today for us. That's why we have a whole bunch of alerts that we'll get into here in a second. So this initial wave not showing much for our region. We're really going to see a lot of our snow. We can get in on this action back here to the south and west. So I have no worries about us being able to produce snow. I do think everyone sees at least an inch. I hope so at least, but it looks very likely that we should see at least that. If we take a look around, I need to take this back. If we take a look around at different traffic cameras from around the region this morning, This is going to be Route 5 at 246. I believe this is Callaway right now, not showing anything right now. If we come over towards Lexington Park, 235 at 237, still not looking at too much. Let's see if we can get some other views up in here. This would be Nanjamoy. This camera isn't that good at night. Leonardtown right now, not showing much at all. So again, for much of the region, not a lot is going on right now, which was forecasted. I will show you the graphics I put together yesterday. Again, everything's been updated to this red mode now. But again, that winter storm warning is in effect for everyone. For us in Southern Maryland, it is only in effect from 4 a.m. this morning until 7 p.m. this evening. That is when we will see winter storm warning conditions across our region. And this is in effect for a large portion of us. It's been expanded to include most of the northern neck, Westmoreland County, and parts of the eastern shore away from the ocean. Now, if we can bring this down and bring, there we go. This was the final call, and I want to see, do I have the snow start times? I want to make sure I have that loaded in here because I think that is a very important graphic to show. Let's bring that up here. There we go. So for the snow start times, again, this was what I put out yesterday. Much of us between 4 and 7 o'clock this morning. And I think that is really what we're going to stick with today. Again, this was made yesterday with this in mind, this early band of snow that isn't necessarily reaching the ground just yet. And it will start a little later the further to the north and east you head. Now, that final call, this is for phase 1. So this is just what we see today. Much of the region, 3 to 6 inches of snow, probably closer to about 2 to 4 north and west. North and east of our region, and then because I don't see the snow as long, and then 2 to 4 for Southern Calvert and St. Mary's counties today, because this will be the region that will start to mix with sleet and rain a little earlier. Latest Futurecast model trends are trying to suggest that we could start to see that transition between about 2 and 7. So initially it was looking about like 2 o'clock. Overnight it looked maybe close to 4 or 5. Maybe it starts as early as 2 for some regions. But I think by 7 o'clock we should all be over to about to a rain. We could see a little bit of ice though in the transition time. Maybe a glaze of ice for much of us. For areas in northwestern Charles County, so areas like Bryan's Road, Indian Head, over towards Passai, Marbury, and then in PG County, like Akahe, heading on over there towards Clinton, near Brandywine, in the north and west of there, including Crofton and Annapolis, or just to the north of Annapolis. You could see maybe a little bit more icing, and I'll show you why in just 1 second. The final call for phase 2 of this storm, this will affect us Monday into Tuesday. This is a very fluid situation, and I knew this would be a low confidence forecast. My 4 to 8 zone is probably a little too far south and west. Latest trends overnight pushed this coastal a little further to the north. So I would take pretty much what you see here and shift it probably about 50 miles north and west. That still should put most of Southern Maryland maybe seeing another inch or 2 from snow showers that develop on the back side of this. So the final call, and we just zoom right into Southern Maryland, I still think we're talking 3 to 5 inches for much of the region. For Southern Calvert County, southern parts of St. Mary's, more like a 4 to 6 or a 5 to 7 north of about Route 231 and the Benedict Bridge. More as you head up towards Annapolis and Bowie coming up here today and going in through parts of early this coming week. Most of this, though, does fall today. This is the storm timeline for you. I'm going to be updating this a little bit more so you can get more of Monday in here. But this is currently what we're looking at for a storm timeline here in Southern Maryland. What I do want to show you is a look at Futurecast. And I'm going to take you right just into the model site that I use the most frequently because this really gives you a good idea, I think, of what we're looking at. So I'm going to come back over here. We can get that to go. Come over here. I want to come here. There we go. So this is going to be your Futurecast. Areas of blue, that's snow. If you see a salmon color, you can kind of see it a little bit over here. That's sleet in pink. You'll see more of it, but kind of shown like right here and right up through here. That would be freezing rain. Moving this on forward. So this would be 7 o'clock this morning, even if we take it back here a little bit, and this goes by 15-minute increments, but this shows the snow moving into our region. This right here would be shown around 4:45 to 5 o'clock is when it should start to move into much of the region. By 7, we're looking, and this is now 8 o'clock, we're looking at snow for much of the area. And then as we head over here towards about 10 and 11 o'clock, Futurecast shows the potential for some heavier snow to maybe try to set up here through parts of St. Mary's and Calvert County. You can see that sleet line to the south. This is a model that is a little bit quicker with the sleet potential, so that heavy snow really overspreads the region. This is getting close to the lunch hour. And then as we head over towards about 1 and 2 o'clock, it already shows that sleet line getting into southern St. Mary's County, which could also cut down on accumulations. That's why areas like Scotland and St. Mary's City, Ballylee, Callaway, Piney Point, that's why those regions have a 2 to 4, and you can see that down there, a 2 to 4 inch snowfall forecast, because that sleet's going to move in a little bit quicker for you. Continuing to move this on forward, this shows the sleet line really trying to move north, could be having a hard time doing so. If I can get a timestamp on this, this is going to be, so this is right around 2:45 this afternoon. This is what Futurecast is showing. Continuing to move this forward here. This is now going to be getting us close to around 3:30 this afternoon. You can see that sleet really taking over southern Maryland, rain already moving down towards Scotland and Ridge. And then sleet really holds on, so this could lead to a decent amount of sleet accumulation. This right here would be around 6:30 p.m. this evening. So you see rains move through much of lower southern Maryland from Prince Frederick to La Plata South, sleet north of there, and that continues. This version of Futurecast only goes out about 18 hours. If I show you the snow totals that this model put down, here we go, and I am using the HRRR. We call it the HRRR. What this does for snow totals, here we go. So this won't go by 15-minute increments, but this would be 4 a.m., 5 a.m., 6 a.m., 7 a.m., 8 a.m., 9 a.m., 10 a.m., 11, noon, 1 p.m., 2 p.m., 3 p.m., 4 p.m., 5 p.m., 6 p.m., 7 p.m., 8 p.m. So through 7 to 8 o'clock, this puts down a general 3 to 6 for much of the region. That's pretty much what my forecast is calling for again, so I think that we are still spot on with what I'm forecasting. If that changes, I will definitely let you know. I'll be 100% transparent about that. The sleet that this puts down, it's a decent amount. This is showing the potential for maybe up to a half inch of sleet because we have a longer time transitioning over. Freezing rain, it leaves most of that out to our west, which is great news. So that is where we currently sit. I'll look at some of the comments we have coming in. Tim, tell us what teachers want to know. Are we getting Tuesday off? Tim, I think you'll have... Again, I don't know how the school systems work, and I actually didn't even have my light on. Sorry if this kind of whitewashes me quick. Monday, if this was a non-pandemic world, I'd say Monday's no school, Tuesday's a 50-50 shot. It really depends on what happens Monday. If there's no additional snow Monday, things on Tuesday should be fine. Let's see. And thank you for following Michelle O'Connor. Let's see. Harrisonburg, Virginia has a little over 3 inches. Oh, really? Huh. Let's see. Let's hop back in here. Let's take a look to see what the storm reports are that we have coming in, and we'll take this back closer here into our region. And we have one little storm report here. This is showing about 1 inch or so over towards Greene County, maybe close to 1 inch over towards Petersburg, which is very exciting stuff. Very exciting stuff. And again, much of this is not falling just yet. Welcome, Elizabeth from Kitty Hawk. Nothing in Huntingtown just yet. Brenda's reporting. Let's see, Brenda, I have some snow. I hope we have some snow, my kids. There should be some snow, and Brenda, I think the best time to get out is probably going to be later this morning. I'd say between about 10 and 12. I will have another post up on JB Weather. It'll be a picture, not a video. So, a Futurecast showing that potential for that sleet transition. So, stay tuned. You can show your kids that. Let's see, how about Mechanicsville? Megan, that should be down there in the ticker for you. Hopefully. But Mechanicsville isn't showing any snow right now. Questions? No. Everyone, the snow totals are down below for you. They are ticking away. No worries. I got you covered. I was one step ahead of you, so no need to ask. Let's see. It's starting to snow on the traffic camera in Leonardtown. Is it? Let's give that a look. Thank you for that, Wesley. Reports are great. So let's take a look. We want the... So, I saw a flake. A small little flake. So this is at Route 5 at 243. I can see some flakes. I want to see if we have maybe some additional flakes elsewhere in the area. So let's see what the Callaway camera is showing. I'm not seeing anything just yet there. Take a look at Nanjamoy. Not the best camera. Doesn't really show much. Lexington Park. 235 at 237, not seeing much there. Oh, that's a bit dark. Not seeing much near Solomon's. The Benedict Bridge, that camera's horrible. We gotta get these cameras together. It's 2021. Yeah, so I do see some snow, though, here on the Leonardtown camera. That is very exciting stuff. Let's see, no snow in California, Maryland yet, yeah. So a lot of this, it's kind of just spotty for much of the region right now. Coming back over here to radar as it stands right now. I'll take off the national radar because it's kind of deceiving because it overdoes the precip a little bit. Turning this back on our local radar, this really helps to kind of hone in at least a little bit. This, again, shows snow for much of the region. This likely isn't reaching the ground just because it's very dry outside. So that is the latest I have for you, just to show you how much is expected today. Again, you see the totals down below, but just from phase 1 today, we're expecting by and large about 3 to 6 inches for much of the region, maybe more like 2 to 4 in southern Calvert and St. Mary's counties, just because we could be looking at a quicker transition to sleet. That could happen as soon as 2 o'clock. This afternoon. Let's see, Deborah saying snowing in Rich at around 3:35. Look at that. So we are starting to see a little bit of snow move into the region, or at least try its hardest to move into the region. So it is going to be a very long day. I will continue to keep you covered here from the JB Weather Storm Lab on the latest. We'll probably do one of these about every hour and a half to 2 hours. It'll probably pick up a little bit more in frequency as we head later into the day when there's more to report. Coming down in Clements and Chaptico now, that is fantastic. So it looks like we are starting to see a little bit of snow breakout. It's about 10 minutes before what I said, between 4 and 7. Oh, it's snowing in Lexington. Oh, see, you are giving me this. I'm trying to cut away, but I want to take a look. I'm not down in southern Maryland, so these traffic cameras really do prove vital. This would be Lexington Park, 235 at 237. Not seeing much there. Let's check the Callaway camera. See if we can see any snow. I don't see anything just yet. That Leonardtown camera, we still showing snow, just a little bit. The slightest hint of snow is showing up. I'll see if we can't just maybe try to get something off of the Harry Nice Bridge cameras. Oh, so the MDOT website is not made for user compatibility at all. Oh, let's zoom in here. Let's take a look. The camera quality is just so bad tonight. Maybe, I think I do see a little bit of snow here. So that would be near the Harry Nice Bridge. So we do have some stuff going on. So stay tuned. Snow is now starting to fall. We'll continue to keep you updated. I'm Forecaster John Bordash. I will have forecast updates all day today, both live updates and just text updates here on Facebook or here on Twitter, wherever you're watching. Well, on both platforms for you. I will continue to keep you updated on all fronts today, so stay tuned. And that car is going crazy. Let's stay tuned. I'll continue to keep you updated. In the meantime, I am Forecaster John Bordash. Keep it tuned right here to JB Weather.
After a 2-year snow drought, accumulating snow is looking likely for southern Maryland. As snow moves into southern Maryland, turn to JB Weather for the latest. Forecaster John Bordash will be providing around-the-clock coverage, providing the latest analysis, forecast updates, and live reports to keep you and your family ahead of the storm. When winter weather strikes, JB Weather is looking out for you.